What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode now of the My Player Career Mode. Of course, last episode, if you haven't already watched it, I recommend you guys go back and check that one out. We picked ourselves up our first ever red card, to which the board weren't very happy about, and then this happened, guys. Real Madrid boss keen to bolster goal-scoring options. Potentially, they're looking to replace us here at Real Madrid, which is very, very weird considering the fact that we have had the great start that we have, and we are currently the top scorer in most competitions we've played in this season. So, to add some good news to that, though, Real Madrid bound Sterling does join for free at the end of this season. He is joining us on a pre-contract, so our fellow international in the form of Raheem Sterling, also former teammate at Manchester City, of course, will be joining Los Blancos at the end of the season. So that's some good news to look forward to, but we do need to improve, I need to improve my performance and all that good stuff because, picking up the red card last episode, we haven't had that many goals in the last couple of episodes. We scored one last time out, which was a header. So we do definitely need to improve. So today is all about that, seeing if we can get ourselves back on track in terms of our performances and keep ourselves card-free, foul-free, all that good stuff. So I need to make sure I'm giving the right impression off to the boss, because if he was keen to bolster his goal-scoring options, that's not a good thing. Even though the window is now closed and they cannot sign anybody else, and I can confirm they did not make another signing barring Raheem Sterling, or I couldn't tell. They certainly didn't buy anybody for money. So I think Raheem Sterling is the only signing they've got on a pre-contract. But still, it's not the nicest thing to see in the world if your manager is looking elsewhere for his goals, even when I have the goal-scoring record that I do. I'm pretty safe to say I don't think I'm going to get replaced here at Real Madrid, but it's very, very weird to see the fact that he was trying to add some goal or firepower to the club when you consider we've got Belotti and Morata on the bench as well. So it's not like we're short of world-class strikers here at Real Madrid, is it? So the fact that he was looking elsewhere really kind of annoyed me in that sense. So I wanted to prove a point. I wanted to prove that I should be the man to lead this team forward, wearing the number 7 shirt, of course, as we went into this game up against Real Sociedad. Seems like we've played Sociedad so many times over the last couple of episodes. And not only that, I'm pretty sure we have a game against Sevilla Atletico again today. So that's really, really strange. The fact that we played both of them last episode, and we may be playing them again here. So we kicked the episode off, actually, with our first chance of the game. Came from me in an offside position after I was injured. I managed to get myself back on side, take the strike home, the keeper made the save, and it might have gone in the back of the net had the defender not got to the back post in time and cleared it away, although I'm not 100% certain, because I think it was going wide at that stage. So we went in at half-time, or rather that was a full-time whistle, sorry, 0-0. So, again, Sociedad seems to be one of these teams that I'm struggling against. I mean, we struggled against them last episode. We ended up with a 0-0 in that one as well, so, it's one of them situations where I kind of didn't know what to expect. We came back and there was 3 shots over a 90-minute period. So not the way I wanted to start the episode off. We had one chance. It was a decent chance. I should have taken it. Didn't take it. So in terms of that one, not quite the message I was hoping to give the boss after that game there. So I was kind of frustrated myself, but also frustrated with the way the team played. Nothing kind of gelled for us. Me and James didn't get on well at Cam on the day. So, it was one of them kind of situations where everything we tried just didn't work out in that sense. So I'm kind of thinking that maybe Sociedad is going to be one of these bogey teams for us. And I'm hoping it's not going to be the case, but, who knows. So we move into the second game regardless, guys, up against Villarreal. Now, if you remember back yesterday's episode, we did play Sociedad twice in that one. Both were legs in this Copa de España, of course. We ended up winning, or drawing the first one 0-0, and we ended up winning the second one after I was actually suspended due to that red card by 2-1. So this game up against Villarreal here is actually a follow-on from the Copa de España last game that we played to now. So I'm pretty sure this is actually, is it the quarterfinals or the semi-finals? I can never know for sure because I've got Las Palmas going on at the same time as this, and we are playing in the Copa de España in that as well. So I know this is an advanced stage of it. It is actually the semi-finals as well. So potentially, guys, we're looking at an El Clasico final if we can get past Villarreal, because Barcelona smashed Atletico Madrid in their game by 3-0. So how cool would it be to have a final of El Clasico in a Copa de España? I mean, I know it's kind of maybe a regular occurrence. I don't quite know who the last 2 teams were in it last year. And maybe you guys will let me know in the comments below. But certainly, to have it in this series would be a cool thing to do. Remember, we've already got one up on Barcelona this season. My 2 goals in that one ended a 2-0 win that we actually got. I think it was a new camp as well. So we've already taken them on once. We've beaten them once. I feel quite confident that we can do it again. But regardless, we've got to overturn a very resilient Villarreal side here. And that is the team that we have for this one. Zidane putting his faith in us yet again, even though our performances as of right now haven't shown why he's put faith in us. But I believe we've got enough quality on the board to do the job, even if I'm not playing well myself. So we got ourselves underway in this one. And also got ourselves the first chance, 13 minutes on the clock. A nice ball here into our teammate as he sends one down the line for me to chase. I actually tried, guys, to whip this one across the face of the goal, but for some reason, it went straight to the goalkeeper. So, in the end, it was worthless. I should have just shot, but I don't know what I was trying to do. I was trying to whip it across, and it just didn't go that way at all. So we went right into the second half before anything else happened. We got an all-out attack at this stage. Ball out wide here. Cross comes in towards the back stick. Nobody quite reaches it, but Brand sends it back in, and Anthony Martial makes it 1-0 to Real Madrid there. 70 minutes on the clock. Villarreal 0, Real Madrid 1 in the first leg of this Copa de España. Actually, I'm not 100% sure that there's a double leg in the Copa de España semi-final, which is... I don't think there is, actually. I could be wrong here, but I'm not quite sure if there is a double leg for this Copa de España. I don't quite remember seeing one on the calendar, unless it was just in the next month, and that's why I've missed it. But even so, it was vital we won this game here, and even if there is a second leg, we want to be taking a 1 goal, or at least a lead into the next leg. So it's always important to get that goal there, as Anthony Martial does, in fact, do that with the header. So we took the lead in this one. Again, not quite playing the way I was hoping for, or the way I was hoping to in this game, personally, but... You know, as long as the boys get the job done and we get the results we're hoping for, it's always the most important bit here. 90 minutes on the clock. I did have a chance, though, for a goal myself. Right-footed strike. And that kind of shows you the confidence we are in so far at the moment. Because, you know, 9 times out of 10 before that, that would be breaking the back of the net. And on that occasion, wide of the bottom corner. So, at the moment, guys, my form's a little bit off. My confidence is a little bit off as well. But it's just one of them blips, you know. If you take a look at the match facts as well, once again, the team, as, you know, it's not just me, the team as well, are not playing very well right now. So, again, you know, it's one of those situations where I kind of just have to get past this. I need a goal. I kind of need one to just come at whichever point it's going to come. And as soon as I get it, I'm hoping that'll be the kind of catalyst to send me forward and try and get me some more good goals on the board and some more good form. But right now, I certainly need to find my my shooting boots again and grab myself a goal. So I thought a change of kits, putting on the pinkish kind of purplish kit, whatever colour that is. Again, I'm pretty colourblind. Not properly, but some colours kind of get me. So I want to say that that's kind of pink. So, you know, if it's purple to you guys, it's an age-old thing of whichever way you guys want to call it. So, yeah, it's yeah. Anyways, enough of that. As you can see, we did, in fact, take on Sevilla Atletico for the third and final game of today's episode. And like I said, we needed a goal, in my opinion. I had to find one somewhere. The form right now is not quite good. The team form as well. We're not quite creating enough chances, personally. And at the end of the day, as a striker, unless I'm coming back and just running it straight through the entire team from the centre circle, then I need the service to be up there. And at the moment, it's not quite there. So I'm hoping today's going to be different. Sevilla Atletico is a team we're playing against. That is a team that they've got. We played against them last episode as well, I do believe. So I'm feeling quite confident. I think we can get the job done here. And although they had somewhat of a resilient side against us last time out, this time out, I'm not worried about them at all, and I think we'll get the job done. Our team, not the strongest it could have been, but still, they've got some decent players in there. Depay, of course, is in there, and we all know about Memphis and how good he is. So I was hoping that my supply was going to be decent this game, and I was also hoping that we could grab ourselves a goal and get us out of the form or the rut that we are currently in here. So as the game went into it, I was kind of thinking in the back of my mind, I need to try and get something quite early on here just to settle the nerves and kind of get myself back up and running. And as I sent the ball down the line here to Memphis Depay, he eventually keeps this one in just about here, sends the ball inside, eventually with a cross, it gets cleared away. I managed to just about get my rebound or the interception on this one, give it out wide, I do believe, out to Memphis Depay. He picks up the ball, feeds it inside, it eventually comes into the area where Martin Odegaard has the strike, and it's a good save from the goalkeeper. And then in the 16th minute of the game, gave the ball away cheaply on the edge of their box, but won it straight back as well. I played the ball across the face of goal, and once again, Odegaard, the man behind the shot, yet again, wide of the post this time, unfortunately, from him. But 24 minutes in, I decided I was going to do one of those runs that I was talking about. This time, though, not quite from the centre circle, and it went just over the crossbar. So I was kind of trying to search for the goal as much as I possibly could, and I was so happy when it eventually came in the 60th minute. Nice ball up here, and if I'd have missed that, I'd have been frustrated and tilted. But thankfully, we got ourselves through a little bit of there, playing to the crowd there, if you will, with the, I can't hear you celebration. But you know what? I had to throw that celebration in there because I guess the critics, as of such, we'd had a couple of news bulletins about us saying that our performances, even Zidane, as the manager, had criticised us in the past. I don't think I showed you. I might have done, actually, but we'd had a news bulletin about Zidane criticising us. We had, obviously, a news bulletin about Zidane wanting to bolster his attacking options. So I kind of felt I'd been attacked recently in the media, so I felt I had to throw that celebration out there once I got the goal. And ultimately, guys, it was the goal that won us the game as well. So 1-0 here. I'd scored the winning goal. Silence the critics in whichever way you possibly can do. So it was nice to get the goal as well, but ultimately it was also nice to get the 3 points on the board. But that's going to be it for this episode though, guys. If you've enjoyed it, I'd appreciate a like rating. As always, thank you for your continued support on the channel. In many ways, like I said, silencing our critics in today's episode was pretty good to do as well. Hopefully, as I mentioned, that can be the catalyst that gets us going again and gets us in fine form scoring. And as you can see, there was actually the news bulletin about Zidane criticising our performances. So I was correct. He did actually do it in the news. So we'll see what happens in the next episode anyway, guys. If you enjoyed this one, a like rate would be greatly appreciated. As always, thank you for watching, and I will catch you all with another video from tomorrow at 4 PM or 6 PM, whichever way it goes, whichever time this comes up anyways. So yeah, I'll catch you all later. Adios.